What's up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Inside Homebuilt Workshop. I'm Jeff. I hope you all got a chance to check out my copper pipe lamp video. Still really happy with the way those turned out. They're working great. I've got them in the house. Nobody's got electrocuted and everything is good to go on those. I did get some really good feedback on some of that stuff. Somebody commented that I should have put an underwriter's knot on the electrical cable. I never even heard of an underwriter's knot, but now I know what it is, and it would have been a good alternative to me putting the glue in the back. You tie a specialized knot in the electrical cable, and that acts as like a strain relief. So I may still take those apart and do that. I do have the bases, they're just press fit on there. So I may take those apart, put that knot in there, and kind of get rid of that glue. And it seems like a really good idea, and now I know for next time. Also, I want to say thank you to Rock and Rod Outdoors. It's one of the viewers on that video commented on that those pipe fittings are actually called a drum trap. I didn't know that. He said that they're most likely from a bathtub. After doing a little bit of research myself, I was able to find them and kind of learn about them. They were used in place of a P-trap. What almost all new plumbing now has what's called a P-trap. It's that little squiggly deal underneath your sink. These were used in place of a P-trap. I don't know if it was before a P-trap or exactly the timing of that, but now I know that's what they're called. So that's awesome. So thank you for explaining that, because I didn't know what they were called. Of course, I did get a visit from the safety police, I think, as a lot of people do when you do like a lamp or some sort of a project like that. You know, worried about the way I have the wire wrapped on the terminals. And what that's all about is when you tighten down the screw, you have to wrap the wire clockwise around the post. So that way when you tighten down the screw, it doesn't peel the wire out from the screw. I didn't specifically cover that in the video, but I can guarantee you that the wire is wrapped correctly and it is not going to pull off of the terminal. Also, somebody mentioned some safety concerns with there not being a ground or anything. It's only a 2-wire socket, and the lamp cable that I used is only a 2-wire socket. I don't know where I would really even be able to add a ground because it's only a 2-prong plug. If it was a 3, sure, I could see grounding it, but unless there's some little piece in there that I'm missing, I don't know where a ground would do any good. I would connect it to the popper pipe and then what? I don't know. If I really am missing something there, you guys, if any of you know, please leave a comment down below, because if I'm truly missing something, I really would like to know what it is I'm missing. Again, the socket is only a 2-wire, and it's a 2-wire cable and plug, so don't really see where a ground would fit in there. I'm really not concerned with any safety aspects. Something else that you didn't see on camera was after I connected the wire to the terminals on the top of the socket, I also wrapped the whole entire thing with some good high quality electrical tape, just to prevent any sort of stray wire from ever coming out of there, and it also secures the cable to the top of the socket with the tape. But with anything, there's always safety police, and I'm completely okay with that. It just keeps stuff in my mind. You know, if I am missing something, you know, somebody will let me know, and I do appreciate that. I don't take that really as a negative kind of feedback or anything. You know, everybody's worried about safety and that sort of thing, which is understandable. I am too. I'm just not worried with the way I assembled these lamps that there is going to be any sort of safety issue. Philip Quinn says, "Goose tastes good. Do you shoot them?" No, I don't. Not these. They're just wild geese. They come and go on the pond out back, and there's pretty much a goose here all year round at some point, most of the time. There's several little ponds around, and they kind of bounce from pond to pond throughout the winter, depending on if one's frozen over and one's not, and they're usually here all year round. And I like having them around. It's kind of cool, especially in the summer and in the fall. We get a lot of them as they start to migrate. They start to gather up in the fall, and you could have 100 geese out there, and then all of a sudden they all fly south and they're all gone. But it's pretty cool. You go out there, we throw them some bread or something once in a while. It's kind of fun. Back to the lamps really quick. The person that told me about the underwriter's knot was Vince Mosier. I believe that's Mosier. Hopefully I got that correct. So thank you, Vince, for pointing that out. That's a great suggestion and one that I will keep in mind. I'm going through the comments of that video here on my phone right now and just want to call out a few of them. I think that's about it as far as the lamps go. Again, if you didn't get a chance to check out the video, I will put a link down below in the description, and also one of those tag things. I always forget on the camera which side they're on. I think it's here. I don't know. So what do you guys think about this whole, if I read out comments and stuff like that on some of the videos, when I think I'm going to try to do like a some sort of an update after I post a video a few days later or something later on that next week. Just kind of going through some of the comments, any of the things that stand out. Let me know what you think about that. I might include some of that as the as kind of the inside home built workshop videos once in a while. I may not do it on every single project, but I don't know, just trying it out. Again, this channel is going to be evolving and growing and changing as I kind of figure out exactly what it is that we're going to do on this channel. I think we're at episode 11, 12, 13, somewhere around there. So still kind of working through exactly what it is that I'm going to do. So we're going to be evolving. You guys just give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. I've got some other suggestions for some other videos that I will be doing in the future. Some really good suggestions about things that I should maybe talk about or go over or something like that. So right now I'm in the middle of a project. Actually, I thought I was going to have it done yesterday, but I ran into some difficulties. Back here, I'm building the drill press table that will have a router, a small trim router mounted in it, and I'm going to try that out as kind of a real quick setup router table, just for small projects. But I've had all kinds of trouble with such a simple project, just different things that I didn't foresee and mistakes on my part. I messed up when I was cutting the slots for this T-track. It's gonna have the T-track in here, and I made a mistake on one of those, and I had to patch it up. And the patch, well, you'll see it in the video. The patch turned out, okay. You can definitely see it. I'm not worrying about it too much. It is a shop project, so not that big a deal. Right now, though, I'm getting ready. I've got everything in place. The router that I have in there, I didn't take into account that this is almost a 1-inch thick piece of plywood. So the router doesn't sit close enough to the top for me to get the blade to go through, the bit to go through. So I'm getting ready to route out. In fact, as soon as I'm done here, I'm going to route this out. I've already done a couple of test cuts. I'm going to route that out so the router can sit up a little bit closer to the table and hopefully get this thing done, because it's taken a lot longer than it should have for really what it is. Not every project goes simple. I mean, the ones that you think are going to be super easy, for some reason, can tend to be some of the more tricky ones for any number of reasons. In my case, it started out because I wasn't paying enough attention. When I was routing the slot for the T-track, I had a straight bar clamped to the side to use as an edge guide for my router. I didn't keep enough pressure on that against that piece of metal, and the router drifted off as I was routing across. So I had to square up that cut and make a patch, and just wasn't thinking. So hopefully that'll be coming out. I'm shooting for this coming weekend, this router table build. Simple project again, but thought I'd try to throw that router table piece of it in there as kind of a little extra. It will save me a lot of setup time on projects. A lot of times I just need a little round over or something, and I don't want to get the router table out and get everything set up. This way I can have just a little trim router always ready. All I have to do is change a bit real quick or whatever it is and flip it on and it's ready to go. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna call it good right there for this Inside Home Built Workshop update. Again, links in the description for the pipe lamp and also look forward to this drill press table build. So thank you guys for watching. You can follow me on social media. Links are down below in the description as well. Also, make sure you click the subscribe button on this channel and also over on Home Built Workshop, my regular channel. Subscribe to that. Also click that little bell. If you're subscribed, that little bell icon that's down there. That way you'll get notifications when I post a new video. Apparently, you don't always get a notification when a new video is posted, so kind of important now to click that little bell. Make sure you get notified. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.